Hello everyone, welcome to Martin Luther Chapel. We're here to tell you about our spring break that we spent at Camp Restore New Orleans. This camp partners with other nonprofit organizations to provide various service opportunities throughout the city. Our team consisted of 9 members, myself, Sophia,
and me, Aaron, the team leaders, Matt, the driving coordinator, Ben, team treasurer, Jillian, our nurse for the trip, Alex, who offered his services as team chaplain, Tim, who acted as the prayer coordinator, Mackenzie, who researched various attractions for us to visit throughout our travels, and Julia, our photographer and videographer.
Friday night, the team participated in the commissioning of servants here with our friends and family to bless us for the upcoming week. Afterwards, we had a delicious pasta dinner downstairs and our 16-hour drives afterwards down in New Orleans. Matt took the first driving shift and got us into Indiana, where Ben took over and drove down to Tennessee, where we stopped for the overnight.
We had breakfast at Cafe Monel, a nice diner on the outskirts of Nashville. Afterwards, we drove to the Hermitage, which is Andrew Jackson's residence in Tennessee. There, we attended a memorial service for former slaves, since it was the last day of Black History Month. A couple of speakers gave powerful messages about the significance of enslaved African Americans and their impact on the development of our country. There was also a children's choir who gave an inspirational performance. From there, Aaron took over and drove as far as Birmingham, Alabama, where Tim finished our journey to the hotel in Hattiesburg, Mississippi, where we spent the night.
Sunday morning, we attended a beautiful service at St. John Lutheran, opportunity to meet members of the congregation. It was a beautiful sunny 70-degree day, and afterwards Mackenzie found a spot in DeSoto National Park where we were able to get out and enjoy the natural beauty there, stretch our legs, and then woefully finish the last part of our drive. We arrived to Camp Restore evening, where we unpacked and had dinner with the other groups who would be serving that week. Aaron and I were briefed by Miss Renee Rolland, who coordinates the camp volunteers and sends them to over 80 different nonprofits throughout New Orleans. She gave us information then about where the team would be serving each day this week, and afterwards we settled in and rested for the night to get ready to start our workday in the morning.
On Monday, the team was paired with the local community center, who directed us to a house in a low-income area. We spent the day with an elderly woman named Miss Tammy, who was a cancer patient in remission. Because of this, she couldn't work and had no way of providing a stable income for herself. We were tasked with paying the lower level of her home, which she intended to rent out. Ben had prior experience in light construction work, so he was the first to pick up a tool and provide guidance where it was needed.
Julia was able to add extra detail to the project with her experience in interior design. Though we were only supposed to paint the front room, we also painted the kitchen, its cabinets, the bathroom, and did some detail work on the walls. Miss Tammy helped with the painting, and she also was able to share some of her life stories, how it impacted her neighborhood, other hardships she had faced, and the many blessings she has received from God throughout her life. Her deep faith really touched us that day and provided us all with a lot of motivation to continue serving throughout the week. The next day, Tuesday, we drove to one of the local ARC centers, where we sorted thousands of Mardi Gras beads. Miss Sharena, the manager there, welcomed us and told us all about ARC's mission to employ persons with special needs and actively support their full inclusion and participation in the community throughout their lifetimes. Though there are many ARC centers around the country, this one gathers, cleans, sorts, sells second-hand Mardi Gras beads, which helps keep them out of the landfill and the bayou.
During the project, Matt, Ben, and Alex worked in the warehouse with another employee and were able to form a relationship through Matt's love of the New Orleans Saints. When we were able to take a necklace home as a souvenir. On Wednesday, we were sent to help at the Green Project, which recycles hardware, paint, building materials, doors, and windows. These are then sold at half to 3/4 of the market price. We were introduced to Haley, the director, and she and Jordan, who was the volunteer coordinator, gave us a tour of the facility. After that, we were put to work sorting hardware, which included screws, nails, brackets, small construction kits, and other pieces.
We finished with that up earlier than we expected. So Julia, Tim, and Aaron organized doors and shelving. Matt and Alex moved windows. Mackenzie and Ben helped Jordan price items in the front, and Jillian and Sophie, myself, finished sorting the last of the hardware. Thursday was our last working day, and we went to Seoul, sustaining our urban landscape. This organization plants trees in local neighborhoods, which helps control the city's flooding problem, reduce pollution, improve public health, and provide shade.
Everyone we talked to was very excited about the prospect of new trees, and everyone on the team seemed to enjoy that project the most. Emma, the volunteer coordinator, expected us to plant around 10 trees as a group, but we planted 21. It wasn't all work and no play, however. We had time after our work days to wander the historic French Quarter, see a Pelicans basketball game, eat at one of the local restaurants, and browse the various street vendors.
We even stopped by the original Café du Monde for a beignet. Or two. On Friday, our free day, we spent more time exploring the French Quarter, seeing Jackson Square, looking at local gift shops and souvenir places. And later, after lunch, we drove down to Biloxi, Mississippi, and swam in the Gulf of Mexico. That night, we packed up from camp to ready ourselves for the long drive home on Saturday.
Overall, this was an amazing trip to be a part of, and we, as a team, are excited to bring our love for service back home.
We are truly blessed to have all of you, family, friends, community members, support us and make this trip happen. Working alongside Camp Restore and their community partners gave us practical experience on how to serve a community with love in our hearts, as we saw the love of God through those using their gifts to better their lives, the lives of their neighbors, and their community as a whole. Thank you all for being part of our Serve Event trip.
We especially like to thank each and every one of you for your prayers and support during this trip. God bless, and have a blessed day.